The first baseball game was in 1846 in Hoboken, New Jersey. This was 107 years before my grandfather was born. My grandfather started playing baseball in 1960. I've always been interested in how baseball impacted my grandfather's life. It all started when my grandfather was 7 years old. He started to play baseball in his neighborhood, where the people developed a baseball park for the children of the community. It was there that he started to develop his abilities as a baseball player at an early age. In many ways, baseball formed my grandfather into the man he is today. In an interview, he said, "Well, it helped me physically and mentally. Physically, because of the exercise, and mentally, because they taught me discipline and responsibility as ethics." After hearing how it changed his life, I wanted to know his favorite part about being on the team. My grandfather told me what I like about playing was that I got to meet new people and learn about their cultures and travel to different countries. As I said earlier, my grandfather started playing in 1960. He started he started out many positions, but the one that stuck with him was pitcher. He told me there was nothing like standing on top of the mound, starting down the batter. The first team he played for when he started his career was the Puerto Rico AA with a team from Cataño, and early on with the Central League of Puerto Rico with the Mets, the Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, where he got signed for the Cubs of Chicago minor leagues, then to the 2 years later with the pitcher Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates, then with the team Reynosa, Mexico, in the League Triple A, the Santo Domingo Summer League from Cibao. My grandfather told me from the time he started in Puerto Rico to the time he moved up, the regulation and requirements had changed and everything became more professional through all through. He didn't give me any details. I decided to do some more research and find out if the team had changed their logo or even their uniform. I found out when my grandfather played for the Cubs, their logo was a little blue bear with a yellow face from 1962 through 1978. Cubs logo stayed the same, and then the Pirates changed their logo four times from 1960 to 1997. When my grandfather played in 1975, the logo was of a realistic looking man wearing a hat with a skull on it and wearing a bandana under the hat. When it comes to the uniforms, that is probably the things to have changed the most before my grandfather began playing. The Cubs had just changed their uniforms 7 years before. The uniforms had a white shirt and pants that both had stripes on them. Back in my grandfather's day, the Pirates had many different uniforms. They had two different types of uniforms. One for home game and the other is for away game. The difference between uniform changes from yellow to black socks to having different colored stripes on the hats and even the clothes they are wearing. Some are color blocked yellow with their team name in black. Baseball has changed in many ways, from their logo to regulation and their uniform, and even making an impact in my grandfather's life. But there has been also many ways it stayed the same. In my opinion, I feel more things stayed the same rather than change. For starters, the field hasn't changed one bit. The ball is still the same size, which I find to be pretty important, because without the ball there is no sport. The list could go on and on with things that stay the same, but I'm going to leave it off with the best part that hasn't changed: the food. Have you ever had a true baseball experience? If you had, if you never had a hot dog at at a ball game, if my grandfather's if my grandfather would have never begun playing this sport, he wouldn't have experienced all that he has in his lifetime. From being able to travel to different countries and learning different cultures, and to learning discipline from his coach, and even from the drills he had to do, not only to become a better player but a better person. Baseball impacted my grandfather's life and made him a better man than he would have ever been if he never played this sport. I learned that when you follow a passion of yours, it teaches you more about yourself and how to be happier in life.